Councilwoman Zendejas.
Present.
Councilwoman Allen.
Present.
Councilwoman Price. Councilman Supernov. Councilwoman Mungo.
Here.
Councilwoman Sorrow.
Present.
Councilman Austin.
Here.
Vice Mayor Richardson.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. I'll ask Councilwoman Mungo to lead us in the pledge.
Please place your hand over your heart and join me in saluting our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So Mayor Garcia is in Washington, D.C. for freshman member orientation. Councilmember Uranga is absent. We continue to extend our thoughts with Roberto and his family. Our next meeting is December 6th. We have a number of presentations, a number of hearings that we're going to work through, but we're going to start with our consent and our fund transfer consent first. So let's pull up the consent calendar, please.
Can you help me microwave this? Thank you.
Next is Dr. Accountability.
That is me. Greetings. So my name is Dr. Truth Bay. I have to read a statement. A state of emergency is requested to be declared in the County of Los Angeles effective 11 a.m. December 1st, 2022. The state of emergency requests to be declared due to the impending increasing homelessness causing infectious diseases, violent rages from growing encampments, and wandering mental health. The situation threatens public safety. In conjunction with the California Emergency Services Act that establishes statewide emergency standards that put in peril of life, poverty, and resources of California citizens. In July 2016, a $1.2 billion bond called Measure Triple H was passed to build 10,000 units of permanent housing, which has not been followed through. In March 2017, Measure H has spent $1.8 billion in an increase of sales tax to LA County constituents to relieve the homeless crisis by 30%, and it has increased by 65%. July 2021, an order from the federal judge, David O'Carter, to shelter all of Skid Row homelessness by October of 2021 has also not been followed through. And most recently, on September 25th, a personal investigation on the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, in which we have found $150 million federal grants have been returned to HUD without one person saying a thing. Now, my concern is this. Long Beach businesses, constituents are complaining about the increase of homeless crisis. It's been very difficult to reach Kelly Kalapi, Teresa Chandler, and just to find out that Paul Duncan, who is an ex-employee of LASA, is your main homeless deputy. You're not going to solve the homeless crisis, I tell you right now, with these characters in play. I do have hope in Teresa Chandler's, therefore she has a staff here, to work with her concerning a plan in which I have submitted to the clerk, Vice Mayor Richardson, to look over. And we request that Long Beach elected officials to please work with nonprofit organizations that are doing the outreach and engagement right now to help alleviate the A train, the offboarding, the encampments on the promenade. We have the solution, but we don't want to be delayed and denied by your homeless deputy. We rather speak with Teresa Chandler and Kelly Kalapi so we can alleviate the severe mental health. Long Beach Community Hospital currently should have been opened and is now being used for filming. So let me know what the priorities are. If filming is more important than actually housing severe mental health, so businesses like Modico can feel safe. That is what we are here to do.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. So that satisfies public comment. We'll now start the regular agenda. Let's have item 33.
And then we also have Grant AM East Church is doing a COVID vaccine clinic and resource fair, and that will be starting at 12 to 4 p.m. And lastly, I just want to invite everyone to the annual Thankful Heart Thanksgiving meal on November 22nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, if we don't see you again, happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy and safe and healthy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Mr. Kinfey?
So I Kent Bay 6th District resident. Only in 2022 are we going to be calling a gated community affordable housing. I have no problem with any developers and developments. I perfectly am comfortable living where I live, but it's like you just gotta do what you gotta do. You don't have to change language. But in any case, Vice Mayor Rex Richardson, Councilwoman Susie Price, we've had a long journey with one another, and I'm hoping that in the foreseeable future, with mutual respect, we can all facilitate working towards the projects that mean the most to us, because at the end of the day, I don't know what way of life is important, but the ways of life are ways of life, so communities deserve to be heard, valued, and looking forward to working with anyone that needs me to work with them. The reason I came today is because Long Beach Pledge, we have this program in my neighborhood, 90813, where we're doing the guaranteed income pilot program, and I'm really excited about it. I have some issues. I'm hoping that city staff can really facilitate it, minimizing the issues I have. 90813 is the poorest zip code in the city. Majority of the people that live in the zip code live below the poverty line, and so that's why I'm sure Long Beach Recovery Act dollars are being used to create this pilot program. It's a very commendable program and project. My issue with it is demographics. I make no qualms about being an advocate for the black community. We had a recent meeting where we had groups of advocacy groups and organizations, none from the African American community, where they talked about who's going to be eligible for this program. It's 250 families. And, my issue, I just listened in, is that if you look at the numbers, black people are about 13% of the population of this zip code, but we're overwhelmingly a plurality of the people who live below the poverty line. So if we're going to speak about proportionally who should qualify for the pilot program, proportionally speaking, it should be the people that are most afflicted with poverty, not due to the makeup of an entire district of zip code over 56,000 people. So I'm hoping that because we have things like the Office of Equity, we can have some people in the city manager's office perhaps that looking at it with an equity lens, so that we can make sure that everyone that qualifies for poverty is actually going to be.
Thank you.